Well, meeting her was, I felt a bit like a detective because I was just absorbing as much as I could about her, the way she moved, the way she spoke. She had something she's a very well-presented woman. There's almost something quite queenly about her. So I felt my way into the character was to get her voice, to work with a dialect coach, to get the musicality of her voice, to inhabit her movements, the way she held herself. She has this very sort of upright posture and moves very gracefully. So it was both understanding those aspects of her, but also what her ideology, who is this woman and why does she make the decisions that she does. And that obviously came from reading her book and looking at archive footage of her and photographs, going to church. She herself is very religious, understanding her faith and her belief system. Absolutely. Well, that's what immediately I felt like there was this core inner strength to her, and she had that at such a young age, very determined, tenacious woman, but also at the same time an enormous capacity for love and for care, and that duality was very, very interesting to play. Well, Eddie and I have a very similar approach, which I feel really helped the making this film. We both like to have lots of preparation time. We both worked in the theatre with a director called Michael Grandage, so we used a lot of the techniques we'd learnt there and brought that into the filmmaking. So lots of rehearsal, really speaking to experts, speaking to carers, people going through the disease. Just it's garnering as much information as possible so that you can really inhabit these people. Phenomenal. I mean, just Eddie has a devotion that is inspiring, and he really makes everyone around him up their game because he's unwavering in that commitment. That's for sure. Like all marriages. It was. I mean, it was fascinating to tell a love story which had so many different changes in it, where when Stephen loses his ability to speak, then suddenly how that affects your relationship is profound. This man doesn't have a voice anymore. Then how do you interact as a couple, where so much interaction is through talking, especially these two are the academic minds, so just felt like they were constantly dealing with these extraordinary obstacles. And then there's when Stephen starts to have the voice box, that obviously creates a different power dynamic between them because Stephen can choose when to speak and when to answer, and it was really for an actor really fun to play because you've got all these very intricate difficult situations which are always about ultimately they're trying to communicate, but there's often these obstacles to that communication.